Hello, this is Craig Proctor, and welcome to the Craig Proctor Show. Today, my very special guest is Bertrand Dussault from the Greater Montreal area, a member who I love. Good morning, Bertrand. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Craig. Fantastic. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you. How are you?
Oh, I am great, man. You have had your best year ever during the pandemic. We're going to talk about that. If you're a real estate agent in the Greater Montreal area, you probably know Bertrand. If not, you want to make sure you pay attention to this. He's going to reveal some of his secrets to success. You know, before we got started here today, Bertrand and I were talking about a very good story, an analogy really, of his quick success in real estate. And Bertrand, maybe you can share this story. You used to, before you got into real estate, you were really into video games. And tell this story about how you were trying to, in this certain video game, you were trying to get to the next level. You were trying, and you couldn't get to the next level. And a friend of yours named Martin, he showed you like a kind of a cheat way, a cheat code or whatever, to get to the next level of the video game. And you said, Craig, when I joined your system, it was kind of like a cheat code. So tell this story, because I think it's a fantastic story.
It is. Listen, I was. It was the beginning of the video game era, right? So I was playing and I was thinking I was the best. I was killing it. So I was thinking I was almost there. And one video game I remember, there was different level from 1 to 8. So I had barely passed the first level, and I was a little bit desperate because I spent a lot of time playing. I don't get better, but I feel like I'm almost there. And then I have my friend Martin that say, "Hey, Bertrand, do you know you have some trick, some hack you can do?" I say, "What?" He'd say, "Yeah, you take the remote control and you do like this and you do like that. And that's going to give you more life, let's say, or it's going to give you more energy, or maybe you can go to the last level straight." So I say, "Oh my God, I need to try that." And so I reproduce those tricks, and it was working. So I just needed to do the trick that Martin showed me, and it worked.
Right. So the moral of the story is you had the talent, you had the ability, you just needed to know the approach to jump to the next level. So you wrote me this lovely letter here, and you said, Craig, I want to share with that story with you, because that's exactly what happened to my real estate career when I joined the Craig Proctor program. The approach, the secrets that you showed me allowed me to basically jump through many, many levels to get right to the top. So talk about, like, when you got into real estate, you weren't doing well. And let's talk about the contrast to what it looks like today. Like, how did it start? You joined the Craig Proctor system. Like, what changed for you? And then what's it look like today?
So when I met you, I remember that I have this seminar. I've been, at this moment, I've been selling houses for 15 years. 8 years.
15 years before you met me.
15 years, 8 years as an agent, and 7 years as, like for builders, like brand new house.
Okay, so how was that going? Doing traditional real estate, doing it the old way? What happened?
Terrible. terrible. And I was thinking I was killing it. I was thinking I was almost there. And, but, I was working 80 hours to do $80,000 brut and gross. So no, it was terrible. And then I met you at this half-day seminar, and I saw you in the front, and I heard what you were saying. I say, "Oh my God, this man, he knows so many things I don't know."
Now, that was a free seminar that I conducted in Montreal, I believe, that you attended. So what was it about? What was it about what you heard at that seminar that caused you to get involved with the Craig Proctor system?
The first thing I love, it's the idea to generate, leads or appointments, people that call me instead of me. Listen, I've been calling people for years. FSBO, I used to call expired, and they were mad at me all the time. I hated my job. I was about to leave the real estate, you know that. So the idea that instead of me chasing the people are going to chase me. I love that.
So you love that idea. Okay. So
Yeah.
you get involved, you attend a free half-day seminar. What year was that in?
2015.
2015. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you come to our big 3-day conference and you join coaching and we assign you one of our top coaches and you've really done so well. When you came to the first conference, you told me that you even had to bring your own toaster because you couldn't afford to go out to the restaurants. I mean, nobody can make that stuff up, right? It's crazy. So you were like financially challenged in the beginning. What about now? What's your business look like here in 2021?
I'm sorry, I lost you. Are you
okay? We still hear you. Yes. What's your business look like right now in 2021?
I don't hear you no more.
Okay. Try turn on the volume or something. I have no idea.
No, it's okay. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Okay. So I was asking, what does your business look like now in 2021?
Exactly. So in 2021, we grow our business. Now we have a brokerage. I never had the idea to have a brokerage. And it's Nous vendons votre maison, which is
Love
like
it.
the French version of your own sold guarantee realty, right? And so, yeah, if I go back in 2015, I was doing 80 hours to do $80,000 and GCI. And now
so you were working 80 hours a week and you were making about $80,000 in total gross commission income for the year.
Yeah.
Okay. What about now?
Now we have the brokerage. We have 54 agents with us, with different, like 15 or 16 team leaders. And we did up to in the year, 4,300,000 GCI. And this is not the whole year.
$4.3 million in GCI in just the first half of the year.
Well, actually, you don't count January and February because we start our brokerage the 22.
Wow! So just in a few months, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what changed for you? Like, how do you go from like barely getting by to being one of the top real estate brokerages in Montreal?
So what changed? It's I'm sorry, because I had a problem here. So yeah, what changed? It's your knowledge that changed everything, because you change my vision. I was a producer before. I was working. Well, producer. I was like a technician. I was
the technician in the trenches doing the work, and now you're basically the manager / owner of the company. You're an owner versus the worker bee.
And it didn't come like that by mistake. We planned that. So we planned in 1 year, 3 years where I want to be, 5 years where I want to be, and we make the reverse engineer of that, and we planify every step. And now I hired. I just put the piece in place to build that team.
Okay, so the first piece was massive lead generation. So that's the first thing I taught you to do, is how to get buyers and sellers in Montreal contacting you so you don't have to make any outbound calls. So 100% of your business is buyers and sellers contacting you, and you got so much business, you couldn't physically work with all the buyers and sellers. So you started to grow your team and you become a very good recruiter. In fact, during this interview, we're going to talk about why, if you're a real estate agent in Montreal, why you may want to contact Bertrand and join his team, because you absolutely make more money and work less because you're just given appointments. I mean, you don't even give the agents leads. I mean, they're getting actual appointments and they're able to go from appointment to appointment, so they make more money, and that's why you're able to make more money. Now, you work with your wife, Argy. How do you split the work up between you and your wife?
Well, when RG joined me, she had a very good job. She was working at the telephone company for 15 years, something like that. She had good advantage and everything. So
that's a little bit risky, right? Like they always say, you never want to leave the telephone company, all the benefits and things. So she had to take a risk too to leave that that good job to come and join you.
Yeah, but when I saw that it was working good, we say, okay, we go all in. I think real estate you cannot do just a little bit. You have to go all in. So
you can't nibble. You can't nibble around the edges.
No, you cannot do that. So that's it. We sat together, and the idea came that she's going to leave Bell, and she's going to come with us, working for us. And she took care of the organization actually to synchronize everything. So the admin, everything synchronized together, and she's amazing at it.
So tell us, the lead generation is automated. You're all over the place. Like, what media do you use? Where would I find your ads if I was a buyer or seller in Montreal? Where do I see your advertising?
Everywhere I can. You know, when I was doing what I was doing before, it just to have some small ads. Now I try to be everywhere. Omnipresence. I want the people to see my face.
Omnipresence. I like how you say it in French, though. Omnipresence. You make it sound cool. Okay, that's awesome. Now we'll talk about recruiting. So the leads come in. You're everywhere, and you're using very unique, special messages. Like, your offer is not the same offer that other agents in Montreal. It's a very unique offer. You're basically offering the thing that buyers and sellers want more than anything else. So, you should contact Bertrand to find out about his offers. They're amazing. And so now you've got all this business coming to you. You're growing your team, and you're always recruiting. Like, your business is growing so much month to month to month. How do you recruit the agents? Explain how that works. Like, why do agents want to come and work with you, and how do you get them?
I have to say that most of the time it's the agent that call me. So they see our success, they see how we work. You know, when you sell with an agent, they come with the buyer, and they see how we work. The system is working good. It's very easy transaction. So they want to come with us. And actually, I need to refuse many, because we choose only the people that have the same vision, the people that are coachable, the people that are all in. For me, it's very important. So I don't need to make a lot of publicity or advertising to bring people in, but we always do anyways.
Okay, so did everyone hear that? Massive lead generation, not the normal type of advertising that agents do, but very unique offers that Bertrand is making all over Montreal in many different media. He's growing his team, and not only do the leads, the buyers and sellers come to Bertrand. 100% of them come to him on their own volition, but so do the agents. His reputation is growing and growing and growing, so big in Montreal that other real estate agents are now seeking him out. So you've got the buyers and sellers calling you, but you've also got other real estate agents calling you saying, hey, what is this team approach all about? What do you offer? How would I benefit from switching my license over to your company and working with you? And now, because you've got so many buyers and sellers and so many agents coming to you, you really have the luxury of choice, right? You can choose to work with the very best buyers and sellers, the most motivated, the most ready to act. And you can choose to partner up with real estate agents that are a good fit. They have the same attitude, the same goals, the same philosophy. And so, you're not just hiring anybody, because I know that you invest a lot of time training and coaching the agents who join your company. And obviously, you don't want to invest that kind of time with an agent that you don't think is a good fit. So you do a little bit of vetting, right? You use an interview process, and you're only accepting real estate agents that you feel are ambitious and they've got the right attitude. And you said coachable. That's very important. Somebody can have a good attitude, but if they're not coachable, and some people are not coachable. You certainly are. You've been an amazing student. Like, as soon as you get an idea, you're in a race to implement that. Have you always been like that, where as soon as we give you a good idea, you like you just want to get rid of all the obstacles and implement that as fast as you can?
If you ask me before I met you if I was coachable, I think I never was. At the school, I was a terrible student. I had to leave school very early because I never fit in you know, the how you say that, the normal structure, you know. So but when I saw your magic there, I say, okay, this I'm gonna do exactly like a franchise. That's how I that's how I came in your system. I say I'm gonna do exactly what Craig did, and I just copy paste like if I was a McDonald's.
That's all we want our members to do. You know,
Yeah.
You've heard us say this several times, Bertrand, over the years. Is we just want you to copy. You know, you don't have to have a. If you're watching this right now, you're a realtor, and you're like, how do I have the kind of success Bertrand has? $4.3 million in GCI in just a few months with his new company here. You know, from $80,000. He used to work 80 hours a week to make $80,000 in GCI for an entire year. And now he has months where he's making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in a month. So it's an amazing transformation. But the good news is anyone can do this in any marketplace if you're coachable. So you don't have to have a creative bone in your body. All you have to do is copy the exact way we've laid this out, the same system that we taught Bertrand. I've been teaching real estate agents, as you know, for the last 30 years. I've been coaching and training agents, and we've had over 30,000 agents come through the system. And there's many successful Craig Proctor members in the Montreal area. And you're certainly the up and coming guy. I mean, you've done so great. I'm just amazed at the success you've had in a short period of time, and so happy to be able to interview you today. Now, you also do a really good job with celebrity endorsements. Talk about your celebrity endorsements and how that has really lofted your business to the next level.
Yeah, we have two celebrities. So one was a hockey guy. Maybe you know, maybe you heard about him. Is Guy Carbonneau.
Guy Carbonneau. So if you're a hockey fan, Guy Carbonneau, was he the captain of the Montreal Canadiens? He was. So if you live in, I'm in Toronto, right? So we're hockey crazy here in Canada. If you're in Toronto or Montreal, or you're just a hockey fan in general, but if you're in Montreal, everyone in Montreal knows Guy Carbonneau, the former captain of the Montreal Canadiens. So it's like a celebrity that everyone knows, not some people, but everyone in Montreal would know his name. How did you snag him? How did you get him? And how do you use this celebrity endorsement?
So you know, this guy, he doesn't want to put his name on any service or product so much. He have been recruited in the year 78, 79 for the Montreal Canadiens. He won 3 Stanley Cup. He get 3 Frank Selke award, and 2 years ago he was introduced to the Hall of Fame.
The Hockey Hall of Fame. That's right. Yes.
Legend. So he doesn't want to associate his name with any
right. So he's a guy. Guy Carbonneau is not the type of guy that just endorses this or that. He's very selective. So how did you get him though? That's amazing.
So we were eating together and we were talking about, you know, it's funny because we talk about coaching a hockey team and coaching a real estate team. And then we talk about my system, and he wanted to know always more about the system. You guarantee the sell or you buy the house. How does it work? So I explained to him, we work
so he was interested in your approach, like your company name will guarantee to sell your house or will buy it. So he found that intriguing, and obviously he appreciated coaching because, you know, of his experience in professional sports. Okay, so you meet him at like this lunch thing, and you start up this conversation, and then what happens?
And then so he agreed to represent us to make a publicity.
He must have really liked you.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
But especially, he feels safe with the system because you see the structure. By the way, your name came so many times because I was talking about the coaching and the system, and that it's not just an idea in my head. It's a solid structure. So and he agreed. But you know, he did only four publicity in his life. One was for McDonald's, one was for Holiday Inn, the hotels, and one was for Gillette, the razor in the
Gillette razor.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Holiday Inn?
Holiday Inn, Holiday Inn,
Yes, Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn, the hotel,
Yes.
and McDonald's.
And McDonald's.
And
And,
the fourth one,
and your company. That's awesome.
that's it. That's it. That's the only 4 that he did in his old career.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's really an accomplishment. Okay. So how do you use Guy Carbonneau's endorsement? Like, how does that work? Is it radio, TV? How do you do it?
Everywhere we can. We didn't go to the TV, but we went to the radio, in the newspaper. We had some mailing. We use it in our presentation for sellers, for buyers. We use it for recruiting. It's crazy the impact that the celebrity have.
It really is, because everyone in Montreal knows who Guy Carbonneau is, and they kind of know him and like him and trust him. Now by virtue of this association, all that goodwill and trust is on you now, right? So very smart. Now, so if Guy Carbonneau is doing a radio commercial or it's a direct mail piece, what are you saying on the radio commercial? Like, what is Guy Carbonneau saying about you? Is he just saying, "Oh, Bertrand's like a good real estate agent, call him," or what is the message?
He was not saying he's a hard worker or something like that. No, but actually what I did, and that's what I love from the system, because anything you want to do in the system, you just look and you find what you have. So I look at Nathan Clark that used to do it with Barbara Corcoran.
Yeah, Nathan Clark, by the way, if you're watching my podcast, you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see an interview I did just like this about a month ago with Nathan Clark. He's the top agent in Rhode Island. I know you're thinking Rhode Island is small, but the guy does like 400 or 500 transactions. He's, operates all over the Northeast. But he also uses celebrity endorsement very effectively. So what does this rate, if I'm listening to the radio in Montreal and Guy Carbonneau comes on, what kind of things is he saying about you?
So he say, actually, I cannot translate exactly, but he say, you know what? I want Tristan Leca. I know how much a team is important to win.
Ooh, that's good.
And I know you need special, system and strategy. So you can trust Bertrand to work with you, because not only it's going to sell your house, but it's going to guarantee the sale of your house, or else it's going to buy it. So trust the guy that I trust. That's what he said.
So powerful, because they know him, they trust him. And he is making this guarantee to home sellers in Montreal, we'll sell your house for the upfront guarantee in writing, or if we haven't sold it, then we'll buy it ourselves. So that coming from a celebrity and that kind of endorsement is very powerful. What did that do to your business as soon as you started getting that celebrity endorsement? Was it noticeable? It took you to the next level?
I became the Guy Carbonneau agent.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the Stanley Cup real estate agent.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you have a second celebrity endorsement as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, Chantal Lacroix, when we started the brokerage in February, I asked Chantal Lacroix to be our spokesperson.
Okay, so I'm a hockey fan, so I know who Guy Carbonneau is, but who is Chantal? I don't know Chantal, so explain to everybody.
She's the Oprah of the Quebec. Okay, she have been producing and she animates TV show about giving back. Actually,
Right.
She had a show it's called in French "Pay Forward." So there's nobody better than Chantal Lacroix to talk about to give, serve big. Go serve big,
Right.
Serve en grand in French. So anyways, I had an event with her last year, and so it was for the top givers. That's how I call it, because I want to celebrate my agent that give the most. Okay, so I asked Chantal to come for an hour or two, do our show, and when she finished, I walked her to the door, and she said, "Hey, Bertrand, did I understand good? You guys are agents that take a part of their incomes, you put together and you give back to the community?" I say, "Yes, that's what we do." She say, "That makes me vibrant." That's the word she used. It
Vibrant.
makes her vibrant. So and she say, "I want to be a part of it." I say, you know what, Chantal, I'm going to start a brokerage soon, which is exactly this system. And I want you to be involved. She said, okay, call me back. So I call her back in November and talk to her about the Nous vendons votre maison and Servez en grand, which is go serve big. And she said, okay, I'm going to accept to be the spokesperson.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So did everyone catch that? Okay. Bertrand, his company, gives a portion back of every dollar they make. They give a portion back to various charities in the Montreal area. It's what we call worthy cause marketing. So, instead of saying to somebody, hey, do you know anybody? Do you know anybody? I need to make some money. Instead of pestering your friends and relatives with a rather self-serving, appeal of, do you know anybody? I need a commission check. No, what you're able to say is, hey, if you do know anyone that's thinking of buying or selling, if you refer them to me, we're going to donate a portion of every dollar we make to, and what are the charities? What are the worthy cause organizations that you give? And what, first of all, why is giving so important to you? Why not just keep all the money? Why give back?
This comes from long story where I had problem myself. You know the story about I went to your first conference with my toaster because I cannot afford to pay a restaurant. That's in 2015.
Okay, so, everybody hears that, right? He actually brought a toaster to the hotel. I didn't know this at the time because he could not afford food in the restaurant.
That's true.
So you what you're saying is you've had some hard times before, and you do not forget where you came from.
Exactly, and it always been my mind to help the other. Even when I had no money, I try to help. I bring the kids with me on Christmas Day, to bring hot gloves or hat for the homeless people. And but we used to do that every Christmas in the morning, and we bring food also. But every time I come back, I feel good, but I feel bad because I say, oh my God, that's not enough. It's like hypocrite. I do that on Christmas, but the rest of the year I don't do nothing. So I come with this idea and I talk with my team. I say, we have to do something bigger than that. And that's what you teach us. Our mission is bigger than just selling house. Our mission is to serve the people. So we can serve our people, our customers.
Absolutely. We want all of our members, we want them, of course, to help themselves and get in a position where they're making so much money that they can give back to whatever their worthy cause is. Bertrand, you've met some of our members where their worthy cause may be homeless people. We've got some people that are in the military and in the United States, and their worthy cause is wounded warriors because they were in the military themselves. It could be the Heart and Stroke Foundation. We've had members where one of their children was sick and was in, so it might be Sick Kids Hospital, the local children's hospital that they donate money to. But it feels really good asking for referrals when it benefits something that you really believe in. And I believe when you're talking obviously passionately about something that you believe in, that's kind of contagious. So you donated so much money to all these causes, and I like what you said because it just feels right. It feels good. Would everyone watching this, would you love to be in that position? Where you don't have to bring a toaster to the hotel anymore, and you're making so much money, you're making millions and millions of dollars, and you actually could give back to a worthy cause that's important to you. Because I believe everyone watching that there's something that's touched your lives, right? There's something that would be important to you. And so that is just what Craig Proctor members do. They just take a portion of every dollar they make and they give it away to what their worthy cause is. Now, you've got several worthy causes. So who do you like to give money to in Montreal?
Everybody. We want to help. I think the more people you can help, the better it is. You have so many people that suffers and everything. So we want to help everybody. And it's funny because you see, it's funny. I don't know if it's funny, but you hear Chantal Lacroix, the spokesperson on the radio, and what she say, imagine if all the people that wants to buy or sell a house, okay, they do business with Bertrand. Imagine the impact that you are going to have in the community. This is really strong. That's what we do. We want to help, like you say, homeless people. We help lately, we give 25,000 to a charity that helps the parents of heavy handicapped kids, okay? So heavy and handicapped. And so 25, the lady, she was so emotional because she said, oh my God, this is so much money. You're gonna make a big difference in our lives, on people's life. That's what we want. We want to make difference.
You know, I love the fact that you've not only made a big difference in your own life, but that you're sharing it and you're passionate about it. And these celebrity endorsements, it's so smart. You've done such a great job. Like everybody knows who you are now. Yeah. And you know, you talked about during the pandemic that you took the positive out of the pandemic is you were in lockdown and you used that time to really work on your business. Explain to people what we mean by working on your business and why you took advantage of that time, you know, being locked down and no distractions to really focus on building this business of yours.
So when the pandemic came, obviously we took the first month or so to, you know, to put everything in place so the business continue. But while people were firing, while business were firing their people, I was recruiting people to help me to work on my business, to put in place all the structure to be ready to launch our brokerage. And that's what we did. Imagine, Craig, it's crazy. We were so ready that everything was smooth. The transition was smooth. We had, you know, we had few problems with the name and everything. So, but because we had a good structure, we can very fast from where we were to our brokerage. And now, I mean, everything's going by itself because we have a very good team, right people at the right place. So that's what we did. We worked for 1 year on our business.
You know, here you are, such an amazing guy. You're ambitious. You're positive. You know, really, you know, your enthusiasm is quite contagious, and you were struggling. So I want everyone to think about that right now. If you're in real estate and you're not doing as well as you were hoping, I want you to think about Bertrand and the lesson that we've learned here today. He's the same guy in the same marketplace, playing the same game called selling real estate. And he joined the Craig Proctor system. And like the video game, he applied the cheat codes and he skipped levels. He didn't have to go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. He didn't have to go from making $80,000 a year to $90,000 to 100. No. He implemented the secrets, the cheat codes that we gave him to successfully skip levels. He was able to go from $80,000 a year to $800,000 a year, now millions and millions of dollars a year. So why Bertrand and not you? If you're watching this right now, I hope you're inspired by Bertrand. Go ahead and contact him. His story is real. And usually what we find is that there's an obstacle that realtors have. You know, they know where they are right now, and many realtors are not satisfied with they are. So if you're watching this right now, I have to assume you're watching and listening to us because you want to do better. You know, Bertrand, I don't think that's human nature, right? I don't think anyone wakes up in the morning and they say to themselves, I want to do a worse job than I did the day before. Everybody gets, it's human spirit, right? We want to grow and improve. So everybody gets up and they say, I want to do better tomorrow. So if you want to do better, you probably know or have a vision of what that looks like, right? So you know where you are right now as a real estate agent. You probably have a pretty good idea of where you would like to go. You know, where do I want to take my real estate business? But there's an obstacle that's holding you back. What is that obstacle? Well, we're here to help you. You see, the offer I'd like to make to everyone today is you can jump on a Zoom call, a Zoom meeting with my team and I. And we will spend 45 minutes with you, and we'll ask you a bunch of questions. And we'll find out where you are right now so we completely understand your situation. And we'll identify the obstacle or obstacles that are holding you back from reaching your goal. And we're going to help you work around that obstacle. Because if we can eliminate that obstacle, just like we did for Bertrand, he had an obstacle. We showed him the cheat codes. We showed him how to eliminate that obstacle, how to go around the obstacle. And here today, you can see this isn't the end result. This is just the beginning of Bertrand's journey here. We're going to have him back over and over again over the next few years. You're going to see a massive quantum leap. But I'm going to ask the question again, why Bertrand and not you? So we're going to type into the comments below a clickable link. It's proctorcall.com. If you go to proctorcall.com, you can just type it into your browser, proctorcall.com. You're going to see my Acuity day timer, and you can pick a day and a time that's convenient for you. This is absolutely free of charge. Just like when I met Bertrand, it was a free seminar. It wasn't free for me because I had to fly to Montreal and I had to rent the room and the free coffee and the audio video, but it was free for Bertrand to come and check me out. That's how we got started. I'm going to offer the same thing for all of you. If you see the potential with this, if you like our approach, and again, feel free to call Bertrand. He doesn't have a horse in this race. He'll just tell you what happened to him. But book a free, no obligation breakthrough call at proctorcall.com. What are we going to do? Find out where you are right now. Find out where you want to go. Identify the obstacle. And then we're going to give you the cheat codes, just like we did with Bertrand, to help you to get started so you can see a massive change in your business right away. Now, if you're in the Montreal area, you're a realtor in Montreal and you've been watching this and you're inspired, I know one thing for sure. You know who Bertrand is. You're thinking, where did this guy come from? He came from nowhere. He came from nowhere very quickly. Okay. He has Guy Carbonneau endorsing him. He's got celebrity endorsements. His company name is, we'll sell your house or we'll buy it. His approach is very unique and powerful. It's just the beginning for Bertrand. If you're an ambitious realtor that's coachable, you should reach out to Bertrand. He will show you how you will make more money net in your pocket than whatever you're making now. That's a promise. You can speak to the other realtors on his team. Okay, if you're skeptical, you got nothing to lose by contacting Bertrand. What would be the best way for anybody that wants to either verify your story or they're a realtor in the Montreal area that like to investigate just a conversation with you about perhaps joining your team? How do they best reach you?
Call me on my cellular phone, 514-799-6599. So
he's giving you his cell number. Let's repeat it again, just to give everyone a chance to get their pen out. Okay, the 514
799 6599.
6599. One more time.
514-799-6599. And be ready to change your life.
Be ready to change your life. Now, what we're going to do is in the comments below, Bertrand is going to take some information that we talked about here today, and he's going to make a special like bonus offer for you, so you can actually download or maybe a video. We were actually thinking about this before we got started. So I said, hey, when we're done here, Bertrand, could you gather up some items of value, based on our discussion here today? And we'll drop that link into the comments below, and then you can access the special bonus offer that Bertrand has put together. So Bertrand, we're out of time here today, but this was awesome. We're going to have to do this again. Great guy. If you're in Montreal, you know who he is. If you're not, you watch him. Watch this guy. He's a rising star in the real estate industry. I'm proud to have him as a long-term Craig Proctor member. He's got the Your Home Sold license in Montreal. Many more across Canada, the United States are coming. This is the Craig Proctor licensed brokerage. If you want more information on that, you can contact my office toll free at 1-800 1-800-538-1034. That's how you reach me, 1-800-538-1034. I'm going to let you get back to work, Bertrand. Thank you so much for doing this. Best of luck, and I know you're going to have a great year this year. It's been so amazing to get to know you better, and say hi to your wife, Argy, and we'll get you back here in a few months and revisit your progress.
With pleasure, Craig, anytime. And I want to thank you so much for everything you do, because, you know, everything you do for us, maybe you don't realize, but you took me from the toaster story to where we are right now. And it didn't change only my business, it changed every aspect of my life, with my kids, with everything. So if anybody, you feel the same, you're somewhere, you think you got it, you think you're good at it, just go see Craig, because he's going to bring you the other level, and you see that where you are, it's way less than where you can be. So you unlock our potential. That's what you do, Craig.
Well, I enjoy it. Real estate's been very good to me. As many of you know, in my third year of having my real estate license, I was named the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world. I was making about $4 million a year in commission. I did that for over 20 years. And then real estate agents were coming to me saying, how are you doing it? How are you doing? And that's how I got into coaching. I had no ambition to be a coach. I just, people were asking, can you coach me? Can you train me? And I realized I really loved it and that I was pretty good at it. So, if you want a coach that's actually been successful selling real estate, you should check me out. proctorcall.com. Book your free breakthrough call with me and my team. So many of the coaches here today are, they've had limited success, or they've never sold a house before. So many of them have never actually been successful. Some of them have never even had a real estate license before. So 25 years in the trenches, and it's been my pleasure sharing everything I've learned to awesome people like you, Bertrand. You grabbed this opportunity and you're making the most of it. So congratulations, and thank you so much for being on the Craig Proctor Show today.
It's a pleasure. Anytime. I was happy to see you.